for the Pony Show Pigskin Prognostication, starring me. Happy holidays, everybody. Today, we're going to have a special holiday edition of the Pigskin Prognostication. We're going to talk about what happened last week, a few predictions for this week. Most of all, we're going to have an unveiling of the naughty and nice list from last week's playoffs. And first and foremost, before we get to that very special treat, we've got a picture that we obtained. It's a artist rendering of a crime committed a couple of weeks ago in the Green Bay locker room. We'll check this out. It's the Toilet Bowl winner and champion, Courtnose. And as you can see, Courtnose has a sledgehammer. She's trying to go after Greg Jennings, a kicker, whoever she can get her hands on. So there's Courtnose. You know it's her because of the nose and the Vic jersey. And there's the sledgehammer. We're not very high budget here, but we have a little bit of fun. Courtnose, Toilet Bowl champion, maybe a criminal. Moving on to the naughty and nice list, we're going to give you somebody naughty from a losing team, somebody nice from a winning team. The first matchup was Travis versus Tony. And I think we all know who was naughty on Travis's team. James Harrison. Terrible performance. I could probably say Mangini was terrible too, but we'll go with Harrison. 1 point on the day. Awful. For Tony, Brandon Marshall, the late pickup, he was the steal of the draft, Tony, not Torrey Holt. 30-some-odd points, 32 to be exact, out of a wide receiver in a week that wide receivers were just awful. And that's how Tony advanced. In our next matchup, we had Aaron versus Becky. Becky got blown out. And naughty on Becky's list, Percy Harvin's migraines. Ow, my head. He was terrible because he didn't play. Forced into action, Jeremy Maclin, who wasn't healthy. He was good for 0 points. Her wideouts got outscored 38-12 by Aaron's wideouts. Just embarrassing. And for Aaron, the nice list, it rhymes with nice. Ray Rice, the little big man, out of Rutgers University, came up with 27 points and basically what was limited duty. Aaron got the win. In the Mark and Corey matchup, very easy to pick out the naughty. Corey's wide receivers were outscored 36-11. Everybody talks about running backs. Everybody talks about quarterbacks. The bottom line is this. In the playoffs, your wide receivers can finish you. And they did to a couple of teams this week. For Mark on the nice list, very simple. Deshaun Jackson. He was huge Sunday night in a game they weren't sure he was going to play. He put up big numbers. He gave Mark the advantage and the victory. And then I've got a special 2 more drawings for the rest of our naughty and nice from the Eagles defense, which was certainly nice for Dom's Dominators and Rob Queso over the weekend. I have an artist renditioning of what happened when the Eagles defense stepped on the field against Eli Manning. You see the Eagles defense, you see Eli Manning saying help. The football's on the field because that's inevitably what Eli does to the football. An embarrassing performance by Eli. An awfully amazing performance by the Eagles defense. Eagles win easy, and like I said, I'm out. As usual, bad luck, horrible decisions, and the number 1 man on the naughty list, we're going high profile here. It probably should be me, but in reality, it's Dante Culpepper. A disgusting performance by the fat man. If he had played as well as Chris Redman, I'd be playing on Sunday instead of Rob, and tonight for that matter, and even Saturday. Instead, I'm sitting at home once again, wondering where it all went wrong. That's the end of our naughty and nice section. I'm going to get rid of this stupid hat. Probably have bad hair. We'll fix it for you. Oh, that looks nice. And here you go. The predictions of the week. I was 4-0 last week. I think I even got the Toilet Bowl right, which would make me 5-0. This week, we've got Neil's Packers versus Extreme Horsepower. If they had played on the season, Neil's Packers would have gone 8-6. Horsepower 6-8. So it's fairly evenly matched. So evenly matched, the guru, who knows less about fantasy football than even I do, has them as an even pick. And Mark's gone out and picked up every running back he can get his hands on in the league to make sure Tony can't have any. Who's going to win? I'm taking Tony. I like the experience. Mark, I like what you're doing. Tony's got some tricks up his sleeve. I think Romo's going to have a decent night this week. Warner can't be as bad as he was. I don't want Tony to win this trophy, guys. One of the 3 of you has to find a way to make sure Tony doesn't win this trophy. Mark, I can deal with. Tony, I can't. In the other matchup, it's my wife versus Rob. Erin has once again found her way to the fantasy semis. What's she going to do when she gets there? She is a 25-point underdog, according to the guru. Rob would have gone 10-4 against her in 14 weeks. She'd only be 4-10 if she played Rob every single week. She's done. Her team isn't very good. I don't know how it got here. Oh, wait, yes, I do. It got here so she could go further than me once again. Rob is going to roll this week. The weather should be okay in Buffalo. Brady and the Patriots should be fine. You got to figure they're going to try to get the ball to Moss. I just don't see it. She's going to need huge weeks out of her wideouts. Looks like that's going to be the story. And that, my friends, is how I see it. That's it. Playoff prognostication, week 2. I kept it to 5.5 minutes for you today. Next week, it's going to be our special Super Bowl extravaganza. We'll talk to you next week, guys. Have a happy holidays, everyone.